Hello and welcome to Get to Know Your Council Members. We're just going to have a little discussion just to introduce everyone here. We have Ollie, who's the head of the Young Professional Group, also known as YPG. And we also have Nathan as the Deputy President and myself as the Deputy Head of YPG. So we're going to start off the questions with Ollie. So what do you like to do outside of work to relax?
Thanks, Yas. So in terms of outside of work and council, main thing I like to do to relax is I really enjoy running. So anything from 5Ks to half marathons. I find it's a great sort of release, and also it's a good thing to get into.
A bit of a challenge as well, isn't it? A personal
Yeah.
challenge to set yourself, and yeah, you feel good after a run. I do. I know I do. If I do go running, that is.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great.
Yeah,
Always pushing
indeed.
for the personal best, aren't you, Ollie?
Yeah. Oh man.
And for you, Nathan, what's the last movie that made you cry or laugh out loud?
Probably. So the last movie I watched was Tenant, but I don't know if it's not really one that you cry or laugh out loud at. Really, it's
I
too
feel like
complicated.
I've seen that one too. It's quite.
It's a complex, weird film. Maybe I think I recently watched Die Hard 3 for the first time. That's a laugh out loud film, just because it's brilliant. Samuel Jackson, great character in it. So much explosion, so much crazy action, and you can just laugh at how
You just can't go
ridiculous
wrong.
it gets sometimes. So yeah, probably Die Hard 3.
Cool. So Ollie, if you could fly anywhere for free, where would you go?
Definitely Australia. That would be amazing. I think hopefully for the weather, obviously you get value in air miles. You know, it'd be great one to go to. And I've always wanted to go there. See the wildlife. Yeah, the beaches,
See
everything.
some kangaroos. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where would you start? Like what city?
Brisbane. Just because I've heard great things, and well, I'd love to do as well the Gold Coast. That'd be great.
Oh yeah, that would be nice. A bit of warm weather, isn't
Yes,
it?
yes, definitely at the moment.
And Nathan, do you have any podcast suggestions for my commute? Because I actually am commuting to work, so that would be helpful for me.
Yeah, I don't know. It might not be the best thing for if so it's just coming out of lockdown, but quite a good one is it was a Radio 5 podcast all about life in lockdown. Oh, what's it called? Hold on. Isolation Tapes. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, that was really good. It was by two comedians just talking about life in lockdown. There was a good Louis Theroux podcast as well during lockdown, where he was just interviewing celebrities he'd never speak to before. But yeah, probably something like that, I would say.
Very nice. I know for me, with the podcast, it needs to be the sort of right vibe. Otherwise, I don't really listen to it. Quite sad, but I've been listening to, I think it's called Law and Legal. That's also a BBC podcast, and it brings the law side quite to life and hear what's happening in the background and with restrictions, how they're still coping with the justice system. So if you do need a suggestion,
that's a deep one.
That's one of mine.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ollie, if you could only eat one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Spaghetti bolognese.
Oh, classic. A classic.
It's the best meal. It's carbs. It's a bit of everything. It's a great winter warm as well.
You get your
veg,
as well.
mushrooms, everything. It's a great staple food just to have, and a personal favorite really. How about you guys?
Definitely something with chicken in. Can be about chicken. Maybe like a nice Cajun chicken, quinoa sort of thing, something like that.
Can't go wrong. I love an Indonesian dish, like a bit of spice. It's a bit like Thai food as well. Just anything with a bit of spice, but not like hot. But coming from that topic, what's the spiciest thing you've eaten?
That's Probably I had a Naga. Well, I had like the smallest bit of like a Naga chili. One that's like the blue naan, in Felixstowe. So yeah, I obviously had a teeny amount of the Naga chili, which was horrible just because afterwards it took like hours for my mouth just to go back to being normal. Thought I was gonna throw up. Yeah.
It was that
Wouldn't
bad.
recommend it, but that's got to be the standout Naga chili.
And what about you, Ollie?
Well, nothing is as hot as a Naga chili. I take my hat off to Nathan. That's amazing. I think I've had some medium to hot curries at the Passage to India in Ipswich, but yeah, no, yeah, Boona. But nothing quite as hot as the Naga chili.
I tend to stay away off the real spicy stuff, to be honest. I can't handle it. And Ollie and Nathan, this is the question for both of you. What is the one thing you get from being a council member? Basically, the best take-home message that you have from being a council member and why you enjoy it so much.
Do you want to go first, Ollie?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, David. So, I think it's great because I've learned so much more about the insurance industry. It's been great to meet really dynamic people, yourselves, especially. It's been great to work with you guys, and also to put on events, attend the events as well. And I find it's a great bunch of people, and just a lot which it's taught me really. So it's been fantastic.
Yeah, I kind of have to agree with Ollie really. I think a lot of it is the people, because you kind of, when you first start in insurance, you kind of of the CII, there's exams and stuff, but then when you sort of peel behind what's going on locally, there's a really, really great group of people, really qualified, sort of, who are just happy to give up their time and effort into sort of improving what we do locally. I think that's kind of the best thing about council, just being surrounded by this group of professionals who are really generous with their time and really willing to help you develop personally as well. So yeah, people. It's got to be people.
Yeah, indeed, especially with networking, and
yeah,
you meet people with common interests from different businesses, different backgrounds, and it pulls us all together. And with being on the council also gives us the opportunity to see what would benefit the members and try and make things how do you say that, relevant as possible, especially because at the end of the day we are CII members ourselves, and we think how would we like to make that valuable. So it's nice to have an input and just support each other, and not only our council members but also our members as well.
Definitely. Yeah, like obviously during the last lockdowns and stuff, how we were sort of tailoring webinars and stuff for people, the YPG events, just trying to get the best amount of interest, make people feel, exactly. Yeah.
And speaking of that, did you want to mention some of the upcoming events that we have planned?
Definitely. So in terms of YPG, Yaz, as you're kindly putting on, we've got the upcoming painting events, virtual painting, which I think will have a lot of great interest. It looks brilliant.
And it will be nice to have a sort of social aspect as much as we can in the current times that we're in, and still give the opportunities for people to meet different members, isn't it? As well as have a bit of fun and a bit of creativity going on.
Definitely. Yeah, exactly. And as you say, I think we touched on it a little bit earlier about the mental health aspect, obviously over the past year, similar to last year. I think again, in terms of another upcoming series of events, we're looking to put on a sort of a mental health wellbeing month. So obviously, whereby, as per last year, we put on a different event, or a council member would do a different task each day to promote mental health wellbeing. We'll be looking to do something very similar, as it was really effective last year.
Nice.
I mean, Nathan, did you as well, in terms of on the education side? I didn't know if you wanted to mention.
Yeah, sure. we've got obviously quite a few events coming up, both on the insurance side and obviously the personal finance society side. I think there's a real focus on soft skills, particularly on the PFS side. So I think we've got 3 events coming up within the next couple of months, focusing on soft skills. Education-wise, I know we've got some marine events coming up. Primarily, I think we're trying to, I suppose, try and touch on the Ever Given situation in the Suez Canal. Also, I think we've got some events in terms of business interruption coming up, cybercrime, events of that style. But yeah, we're trying to really just focus on, I suppose, trying to build off the feedback we have from previous events and try to fit in with what members want.
And it's great with the webinars that they are much easier to attend instead of going to a physical location as well. So that's been a big benefit for everyone to continue their knowledge building. So
yeah, we've had some good numbers showing up. Yeah.
Well, that's brilliant. So thank you both for your time.
That's brilliant.
Cool.
Thank you. Thanks, Yas. Thank you, Nathan.
Thanks very much.